Hello, hello. Ah, that was a bit too loud. And video game and uh, do all the things I need to do to get the stream started. And there we go. Welcome to Endwalker again. Sorry I'm starting a little bit late to the VOD watchers who just want to skip. I was getting distracted by oh, hey, how's it going? I was getting distracted by listening to Mr. Blue Sky and watching the opening cutscene at the same time, and it lined up very well. Um, and I was just watching that for like 2 minutes after I needed to start. How's it going? Actually, my chair's not scooting very much. Zoom, that camera is very far in. Wee. Why am I auto-walking? Doing good? Good. I did not know middle click made me walk automatically. I don't know if I like that. Alpha no, what's wrong? So the Warrior of Darkness and the Asians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning. They might put her to the sword. That when we first encountered them in Lothathnath, when they were confronting Ravana. Gods, has that been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphino? Short. There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this. A primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alice risked her life to uncover this plot, and we must we squander her gift at our peril. Will you accompany to Zephatol and help me stop the Ixal's ritual? Ugh. I forgot that I need to be, like, reading today. Because this is Final Fantasy and I need to read a bunch. I don't know how to read. Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixali homeland, we have vested interest in overcoming this ritual. We've been willing to suffer the Beastman's intrusions into the Coerthan lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship. The mountains of Zephaedal are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Amric, but I fear an aerial approach is destiny to fall. This is their homeland, after all, and Ixali, dirigibles, I'm gonna go with that, I don't know how to say that word, are not to be underestimated. I don't know what that word means. I should look it up if I was following my English teacher's instructions on how to actively participate with a text. No, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zephaedal by way of Mountain Pass, east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of Camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure your safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Zephaedal. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of confronting with the Ixal. We should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmond. In any event, Mistress Alisail regains consciousness. We will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Then let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies when we require in Camp Dragonhead. My mouth is not being friendly to my reading. I can't read out loud as fast as I can read in my head. So I'm trying to... It's just not working out very well. Camp Dragonhead. Alphino! Alphino! Have you everything we require? Then, excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Natalin. Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh. God damn it. Normally I'm too good at looking at chat for them to get me. Ah. Ow. It's gotten worse since I've moved from having my chat on my phone, which is just next to me, I can just glance it down, to having chat on a second monitor, which I have to like lean around to look at because my mic arm is right in the way of the second monitor. The entrance to the pass is north of Natalin and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of FFXIV warriors, I've been informed of that House Fortamp have already dispatched them. The enemy's gate lies open, but we need walk through. I see it this time. Realistic knock normally doesn't get me anyway because, yeah, it's too loud. My headphones, if I was actually had a knock on my door, it would be muffled. It's too clear. I don't think anyone's redeemed first yet, so you could grab that while you're here. As you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised, our scouts are reporting increased activity around the... who cares? The knights and I feign a larger attack to draw the Ixal's attention. I suggest you and yours attempt to slip past their defenses. If the gods are good, you should only have to deal with a few patrols, but if they are not, you may have to do... It didn't get me that bad this time. I don't know if I want to... I'll play warrior. I don't really like playing tank for dungeons I haven't done before, but also... I don't care. Look at these guys. Hi there. Are you a friendly guy? He seems friendly. Whoa. Where's my... Whee! Now to wait for 5 minutes while a party is formed. Is there anything down here, or is it just gonna kill me? It's not even gonna... There's no floor. Oh, there's a floor. I can go surprisingly deep in there. I said about playing this game, but the subscription thing drew... Yeah. Yeah, I definitely get that. I've probably spent a lot more money on this game than I have on other games in recent memory. Which, you know... Maybe I shouldn't, but... You know... I love wasting money. Wee. I'm not even at the point... I'm not even technically at the point where I even had to start being a subscription player. Yeah, but also the game has enough hours for 10 games. You sink enough hours into the game for 10 games. How many have I... what's the command? Playtime? 7 days? And is 7 days 18 hours? Like, that's a lot of playtime right there. Yeah, coming up on 8 days worth of playtime on this game. And there are... How many campaigns? 6 and growing? 6 and more? Right? Because there's ARR, then... Oh, I have a notification. I have a letter. Why do I have a letter? EVE Online, a game where you either pay for subscriptions or actually do the game as a job and pay for a subscription. Oh, that's weird. I feel like I might have watched something about EVE Online. It sounds too familiar for me to have not, like, heard about it before. What's my letter? What are these? Oh, I need to clear out my... Let me sort this. Let's just discard some of these. EVE is too complicated. You either burn out learning everything or just become a miner in a company mining asteroids for a daily wage. Oh, is that the game that, like, would actually pay you real money, and so they, like, had just a ton of people playing the game to get real money from it? And it was just a microcosm of capitalism? Not real money. Their ship's worth billions in it. So I must have been thinking of a different one. Because I'm pretty sure there was one where people were, like, making living wages off of a game, and it was really exploitive and bad. I should probably make my UI better, because right now I can't move and do my AoE at the same time. Oh, here's this guy. Bop, 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 bop. I think you can make money off of selling unique items in Path of Exile. Are they paying attention to me? I hope so. This seems like enough. Why are my things not going off? You'll all be fine. Do. Big toad. Dude. Stop playing before I went for a check. Apparently my gear was worth like $500 on the market. Oh. Nice. Did you never sell it, or did you? Rage. Do I need to worry about anything happening? The good thing about tank is it's mindless. I don't have to think. I love it. I can just press my funny buttons. Come on. Whoa, what? I don't know what happened there. I looked away for half a second. Healer, you should probably heal that DPS there. Is it ninja? Oh, I see. Oh, our healer's dead. This guy is a mechanic, and we are not doing it. Oh, that wasn't our healer. That was our red mage. Cool. Doesn't look like he goes in the middle of the arena. Can I aggro him? How do we get him near? No, don't do that. Stop attacking it. Goes on top of it. I see. Okay. Ah, got him. Oh, I'm the only one left. Fun. I can solo this guy. Oh my god, what's that one? Okay. I can't solo him. What true addiction to a game is? I guess. Sure. Gotta wait for... now they need to wait for me. I probably should have just... 16,000 in Warframe? Wow, almost 17,000. Jeez. I don't think I've ever played Warframe. How long is that in, like, days? I don't think... if 240 is 100 days... and then, so 3... Geez. I can't do math in my head right now. 400 days is 1,000 plus more. Jesus, that's more than a year's worth of playtime. Probably coming up on 2 years. Because 1,000 hours is about a year. Right? Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go under it. Got him. One, 2, 3, 4. I like pressing my silly little buttons. Got him. Oh, offending. I'll take that. Finally, the dungeons are giving me gear again. They never give me gear. Excuse me. They're both focused on me, right? Good. Is there another way to go? No, it doesn't look like it. Do 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 do. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. Big guy. Big guy is dead. Ba 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 ba. I assume this is the way to go. Do 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 do. Look at all these little guys. They're all around me. Do do do. Oh, I'm... Hey, bud. What are you doing over here? There he goes. Ba-ba. Do we not have a key? What direction do we go then? Oh, someone picked up a key. Alright. Whee! Ba 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 ba. Up we go. Oh, I cannot see because of the big boys. There's more loot. 240 is 10 days, 2040 is 100 days. Oh, you're right. My bad. I completely messed up my math. So yeah, that's about 70 days. Okay, that is still a lot. That's what, 2 months and a bit? I was very wrong in my math. I completely forgot that 10 is not 100. I don't know how I thought that. Whoa. Ow. That was quite rude, honestly. I didn't know you had mechanics like that. I'll have to pay attention to see if he's doing a skill and then arm's length. Whoa, guy. Come on. That was rude. Hey, this ninja needs to be healed. Ninja Fortnite. Ow. I'll be fine. They remember old Facebook games. I've never been on Facebook. I'm too young for Facebook. Whoa. Buddy. Why am I that low? I looked away for like 2 seconds. I don't really need a casting thing. We. Ba 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 ba. I haven't gotten loot for my class in like the past like 5 dungeons I've done, except for like the one ring I just got. Look at all those numbers. Oh, that's so many numbers. An airstone is required to proceed. Oh, agreed on trousers of healing. Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't realize we were being attacked. I used to play Facebook games back at 2010. Facebook had games? I know you could connect your Facebook account to lots of games, like weird browser games that really had no reason to need your Facebook. But I didn't know Facebook itself had games on it. Are there any other friendos? Here they are. Do 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 do. That a balloon? No. They drop one? No. Oh, there he is. Bop, 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 bop. Lots of cool games back in 2010, even entire MMOs, but they got wiped out when Facebook decided to remove all games and only keep slot games. Oh, Airstone. I should probably pick that up. Wah, 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 wah. Whatever happened to the MMO? Did it just get deleted off the internet? Did someone like at least like do like try to make a restoration of it? Oh, I remember. People have been trying to make restorations of old like kid MMOs. Like Monkey Quest is the one that I know off the top of my head. And I remember seeing that a couple years, like thinking about Monkey Quest randomly a couple years back, and being like, oh, I want to play Monkey Quest again. So I looked it up, and it's dead. You can no longer play it. So I was like, oh, well that's sad. Are there any restoration projects? And there was, and it has since been sued. So, you know. Cartoon Network isn't even doing anything with the Monkey Quest IP. Like, come on. And then that same story for other things, like, pretty sure a bunch of Club Penguin restoration projects have been shut down. Hey, guys, don't attack him. Okay, good. Two, 3. Monster taming game called Miscrits has died, but no one does anything about it. Fans are trying to restore it, but it's difficult, yeah. Restoring any project is really difficult. Any old MMO. First you have to find people who actually have the files on their computer and the such. But then you also need to get through long enough for them not to sue you. Two, 3. Do. Oh, oops. I'm not being optimal. I accidentally forgot to cast for half a second. I'm killing the team. Just remember the name of one of the dead Facebook MMOs. One was called Neosaurs. It was a 2D side-scrolling MMO where you were a dinosaur fighting enemies and bosses, doing quests and evolving between a T-Rex, Triceratops, or Pterosaur? I'm pretty sure Pterodactyl. Maybe I'm wrong though. It was kind of like a Dino Maple Story. I never played Maple Story either. I know Maple Story was a big thing, and like I remember seeing like Maple Story 2, I think, like ads or like people playing it on. Oh, sorry, Alphano. I'm talking about Maple Story, a game I haven't played.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Asians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path.
Maple Story 2, yeah. I remember seeing people like make a video about it, and I was like, "Oh, this is awful." It was like the general consensus, and then nothing. And then I saw nothing about it afterwards.
Well, what do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
Is that the Warrior of Darkness's voice? Really? Look at this guy. Who even is this guy? You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
Oh, he's literally the warrior of darkness.
No, let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned.
I thought he was warrior of darkness because I'm the warrior of light. No, they each have their own role. The devout of darkness, the knight of darkness, the ranger of darkness.
It was they who erred.
He's literally just a warrior. He's a
Hopeless. We cannot
axe
face
guy.
them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we?
In Steam, the biggest pile of hot garbage is Kurtzball. It used to be a good PvP game, but that was the only PvP. Oh, well.
You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
Oh, that sucks.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
No, actually.
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light.
It's them! It's the Heroes of Light! I knew it! I knew it! I called this back when they were like first introduced. It's the Heroes of
All
Light.
worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Asians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
He has actual motivations and he's not just evil? I can't believe it. What are you, an Asian?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, be gone. You have no friends here.
Welp. Finally got to talk to the Warriors of Darkness. Woo. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. You think it could be true? That to save their world they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Wah 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 wah. Oh. Otter, go away. What minion will I get? Wind up Horse Font. I'll go with that. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmont of our success, and we the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. Ugh. I can't speak. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. Wah 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 wah. Back at Foundation. What's the blue quest? Is this the Levs? You're not the Levs. What are you? What are you? Who are you? Huh. Well, that means more blue quests for me to do. I have an infinite amount of them to get to. Ba 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 ba. I really would like to do a stream where I'm able to just go through and do all these blue quests. Where's the... Oh. I misread the map. Bum 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 bum. Firmelbert. Amaric. Hey, Sir Amaric. Sir Amaric. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Ishtola has been tending to Mistress Alisail in your absence. I am pleased to report that she's regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She's a resilient one, much like her brother. Let's go.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
Of course.
I take it your mission was a success.
You could say that.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
Alizé.
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scions' stead.
It's really interesting that there's the Scions and then there's the Ascians. The
Warriors of
A-Scions.
Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Almost as if they're the Scions of another world.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these warriors of darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods.
Oh wait, this isn't
And less
a game where I can press the
these events
space
do not
bar
occur in
button.
isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Need to make peace with the
Power
beastmen.
answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the warriors of darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alizé and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Well, that's good.
Then
Good
I,
plan.
on my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Yeah.
Let us consult with Orianger then. Given his dedication to
Orianger? It's Orianger, isn't it?
If he could not tell us something of value.
Oh, oops.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my...
But Alizé, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Yeah, Alizé needs a good adventuring outfit. It's gonna parallel Alphino's? Or are they actually gonna be distinct this time? Would I be right in assuming it was you that have not spoken with my sister since... would I be right in assuming that you have not spoken with my sister since... one of the memorial services, was it? By the 12, it seems like a lifetime ago. I should like to think we've both grown since then. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Hey, way we could actually tell them apart. Right then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember the time at the studium when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my... Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light?" So be it, another time perhaps. It is an honor. I realize we're barely acquainted, but having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. Pleasure to have you with us. New garments aside, I must say you seem more resolute than last we met. You have the look of a woman who's ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur. Nor will I pretend to have found myself for any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let's depart for Walking Sands, then. For the Waking Sands, then, and see if Ariange can be of assistance. There it is. Oh, do I still have... I wonder if I still have... Yo! I haven't been back here since last time I was required to come here. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Actually, before I continue, I'm gonna step away for a minute. I don't think it's worth putting on the BRB screen, so I'll just be gone for a little bit. Wow, you can really hear my door closing as I come back in the room. I have returned. Let me put performance mode back on, and we're back. More story time. Urianger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? I cannot read Urianger. The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. Flashback. Wada wada wah. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, the seventh, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with the redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. Oh, oops, I missed one. The second is easier said than done, of course. But we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition. I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascents do not have similar designs elsewhere with which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither. For this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Merylthor. O Gomero stirreth, and there are whispers of the Lord of Crags neareth return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook. Are we going back to Limsa area? Thank you for your counsel, Urianger. Pray inform us when you learn aught else. I shall. Wah, wah, wah. Oh? If I may, brother, Urianger, is there anything else you'd like to say? Alice? If not, then never mind, but I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add. Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke how the Ardor maybe had the power to break down the barriers between planes, and that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure you wouldn't know where to begin. I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That being said, I've heard of a promising tome. The Gurren Oracles. Maybe you should start there. Oh. By thy leave. She suspects of something. Urianger of something. Could he be the... He has the same build as one of the guys of Darkness. Oh, Urianger, you have something for me. I'll read these later if they're lore important. Alright. Any other blue quests? Doesn't look like it. I'll use a ticket. Fine, I'll take this guy. No, I won't. Might I deduce some from your stern expression that you have heard the disturbing news? I, Garuda, returns once more to plague our nightmares. I fear this incarnation of the lady is more tempestuous than aught we have yet witnessed. If you are prepared to face this rolling storm, I will brief you on what to do. Wait, this isn't... Yeah, wait a second. That's not where I needed to go. They tricked me. God damn it. Oh well. Seven hells, at this rate I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like coming to a head, the science of the seventh dawn turn up itching to pitch in. Pretty brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighbors in Ugamo have gotten a lot more aggressive of late, just as like you said. Matter of fact, your scout spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger, would you? All right. Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when we first arrived. You know why that might be? Kobold in the camp, you say? It would appear to corroborate with Urianger's information, yes, but to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think of this later. For the present, we must do everything to prevent the Titan summoning. Urianger is being weird. There it is. Kobolding. Or koboldling. I didn't read what it said. There you are, buddy. Stay back! It's no use. Pointless. No use. Dragon! Bum 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 bum. Where's our kobold friend? There he is. Yet another kobold chase. There it is. Ba 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 ba. This was stupid plan, stupid, but if I tell no one, then everyone will. Gosh, she found me again. What to do, what to do, what to do. I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. Please do not hurt me. This is a wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. You could very well give one a bruised knee. Zah, we've got him. Fine work. Hey, little one. Thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plan to steal my crystals, were you? No, I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I don't know. Let's all take a breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pikmin one day. Well met. I am Alphino, and this is my sister Alize. Artemis, the woman who found you, is our friend. And now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Blowden here thinks you wanted to take his crystals. But you said you came to ask for help. Why to us? Why not your own people? What happened? No one's going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him, beat him, fight him, stop him. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch won't listen. He's so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said if they didn't have the iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And the guards took my parents and the others away. I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace? I do not want to believe it. But I've heard tales of foci fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers used in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. But no one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, begs, pleads. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please, help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that a Titan's summoning is imminent. We should the worst come to worst, we should require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready, just in case. I have faith we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy. They would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood. Brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them. If we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe Great Father won't come? I was thinking just the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? Oh, I know. Several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come. Gabu will lead you to the first cache. All right. Wah, 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 wah. What is this? Is that a Levs? What is this? Who are you? I guess that's in order to get kobolds on my side. Quickly! Do you have them all? Good. This way. Ba ba da ba ba ba. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Cutscene. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. You hear me? Brother, brother. Yeah, it's just... I'm quite certain that the crate once bore Guardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces. Enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kothers to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled by Vilbrand, into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Asians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Asians? Do they worship the Great Father Titan too? Ah, never you mind that. As Alisael said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache? Yes, of course. The next one is the last and very large, very big, very huge, very large. Nope. Let me have my mount, please. There it is. Oh, I just remembered I had this thing. We got... There it goes. Sort. Was there a Tantalus hat? There was not. That's fun. That must be a reference. This must be a reference to another Final Fantasy game. But it's a fun little outfit. I'm definitely going into my glamour chest. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Confound it. What about you? Any luck? Nothing, but this can't be. God, we saw them. Spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is to where and why. Then, Ogomoro, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again. It's the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them. And we will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yet? Yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the naval and seize the remaining crystals. There's no other way to prevent the Titan's summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them to Commander Bloadian's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. Ba 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 ba. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there's an aetheryte within Ugamaro mines that should deliver you to the naval. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall join you anon. I thought you were eager to remain in the thick of the action, but if this is what you prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. Wow, 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 wow. Time to kill another primal. Woo! Bup, bup, bup. Oh, how do I get there then? This way. And this way. And this way. Alice. I take it this is the 8th rite we seek. As soon as Alphino arrives, we go. I trust that you're feeling suitably heroic. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Oh? Quickly, you clods! Briskly, swiftly, quickly! I will not suffer any further delays. Yellow, lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There'll be no summoning this day. Overdwellers? Here? But how did you... Where are my parents? Where are they? Oh, they're not dead yet. Where are they? Oh, they are. You monster. How could you? Aye, we are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the Overdwellers. No, I'll say, not yet. I understand, Patriarch, I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do whatever you do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of the objective, you've brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You've sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned by the Overdwellers' convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you, liars, betrayers, earthbreakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you've had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And we dare defend ourselves. You declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our god drains the land of Aether, that brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come from you, and I did. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Say something. Please. Oh. Titan? Uh-oh. Seven hells. Oh, for no. Leave him to me. Did you just chuck a carbuncle at him? We must be away. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were likely to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this our incarnation of Titan seems not incapable of naught but violence. If we have but one course for optimism, it is that while many of the crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning, which means Titan is far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he's yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of Aether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogomero, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops and the cycle will continue. You know what you must do. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Oh, do I have a choice? Do 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 do. Oh. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Now it's time to wait until it's basically just time to wait until whatchamacallit, it happens. Whoop 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 whoop. I love waiting until I am able to get a party. It's the best part of this stream where I have to wait maybe 5 minutes without anything to comment on. I could go into podcast mode, but I'm bad at podcast mode. Wee. Bup, 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 bup. I'm gonna turn on the fat cat. Look at that. Look at this guy. I can't believe it. Slash pet. I can't believe it is him. Do 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 do. Bum bum ba bum 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 bum. Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Do do do. I suppose there's a. How are you in a cutscene here? I guess there's more stuff here when you're level 84. Final Fantasy. It is the Final Fantasy. I am here waiting for a waiting to find a raid party. Do 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 do. My mic is clipping really bad. Oh, oops. Let me fix that a bit. That would be getting worse. Is that better? Or is that still too much? Now too quiet? Is that good? Let me turn off performance mode so I can actually see. Hello. Why is it being weird? Huh. Ah. Let's see. Is it? Oh yeah. Geez. What are you doing? That should be better. That should fix it. Hopefully. For some reason, my input gain was at like 100. So that should hopefully be a bit better. I'm not too quiet now, am I? Yeah. All right. Great. Should withdraw. I forget all my... Why? Oh, that was not the right thing, was it? Wait. Wait, how do I... Duty finder, please. There you go. I just accidentally abandoned a random quest. Oh well. I'm sure it'll annoy me and I'll pick it up again later. Eh. Confray Titan and the Naval Hard. Yeah, this is what I need to do, right? Oh, yellow. Oh, is that Paladin? Doot. Ah. There we go. Or are we just doing this? It's weird that it's a level 50 quest. Oh. Yeah, why is it level 50 and not... Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, this is the point in the story where I am. The little kobold friend has just had his parents killed. Yeah, he's repeating the dialogue of his, of Gabu. Is there anything worth it in the chest? Conjurer. I'll take a weapon coffer. Oops. Where am I? Oh, they went all the way outside. All right. Do 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 do. Wee. Ba ba ba. This is the right way, I believe. I hope so. Yeah. Oh, shut up with the fate. I don't care. Bop, bop. Wop, up. Alphino! Ooh. Ah, there she is. Did I not tell you she would return safe and sound? The deed is done then, Titan is no more. Yep, once again. Good. There's been enough tragedy this day. Gain might still be a little bit high. Let's see. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Yeah, it's reaching yellow. So, hopefully it's not too much. He's almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that be the case, he must be put to death, like any other thrall, such as the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared DeSale's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Well, I didn't realize that quest was named that. It's so long. I need to go through and do a stream where I actually just do all my blue quests at some point, because I have a lot that I need to just go and do. There's not to be gained from dwelling on an eventually over which we have no control, much less one that may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bodlin of Bloaden of the Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he would be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Yeah. But whenever I see them, they annoy me, and so I grab them, and then they begin to annoy me over here. So they just pile up, and I eventually need to like do a stream or something where I'm just going through and getting all of them. Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others come back without you, I'd fear the worst. They said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he's summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in Maelstrom that hadn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we're all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have lots of places to be, but why not stay the night? Cutscene. The production quality in the game has gotten, like, noticeably better, like just as I keep going. Um, like just the amount of cutscenes and even and voiced cutscenes, um, just are
Who goes there?
it's gone way up, and they're even like way better. It's me.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever.
I'm definitely glad that we have Alicale back. I'm excited for this character. Alphino too.
I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever.
I feel like we need more expansion on Charlayan. Maybe that's coming soon.
Those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing.
Because really the only thing I know about it is the stuff that I've been doing with the whatchamacallit, Astrologian. And then like it's been mentioned like 3 times in the story.
We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the Warriors of Darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Ah, well, every conversation with me is one-sided. I can't talk. I had the pleasure to fight alongside Sir Amaric when Alphino and I came at last to the Dravanian hinterlands. Talking animation.
We had no clear memories of our life in the hinterlands, having returned to the motherland as infants. Nevertheless, I am quite familiar with Master Matoya, as is every Charlayan. I should like to speak with her someday. 'Twould not surprise me if Alphino's recent maturation was at least somewhat due to her sage guidance. I would never tell him this, of course, but there have been moments when I've caught myself thinking of him as an elder brother. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on. for the sake of those we hold dear.
Elfino! This guy. Avatar always looks so weird whenever I shift in my chair a little bit. It like moves around in a weird way. Him. I don't like his beard. Urianger?
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither.
No, there's absolutely no way he could not be Urianger. Or it's absolutely not Urianger. It's totally not like he has the same build, the same hair color. He has the same like pointed ears. We don't ever see Urianger's hair. And he's covering his face where his tattoo would be.
Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
And then Alice also like immediately clocking him as the same person.
What does the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm
Old
starting to think
friends.
You might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Good old Warrior of Darkness. I didn't realize his name was Warrior of Darkness literally because he's a warrior, like he's an axeman. Because all the other ones are like Ranger of Darkness and Knight of Darkness and Devout of Darkness. Like I thought he was Warrior of Darkness because I was Warrior of Light. No, he's just an axeman.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians
Axeman.
alone. With thine
Axeman
own
with bad
hand
beard.
strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Also, I don't think we've ever seen Urianger's eyes. Maybe I'm misremembering his costume, but that feels right.
Very well. Draw her out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done.
I didn't fully follow this cutscene. That's probably fine. It's not like it's important.
What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
What are you doing, Urianger? Urianger? I got a little bit more of that out of that cutscene than just speak to whatever his name is. Hey, Alphino. I trust you had a good night's rest. I was, but at this moment speaking with Thancred and Stola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had borne Ishgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they are too flush with this Ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest we pay Urianger another. Where is Alisail? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. Alisail. Probably didn't need to mount for that, but oh well, whatever. Let me guess, it's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it's any consolation, I've already packed my things. I see. Brother, Commander Bloaden, something tells me you're not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there's been no change. And oops, I accidentally clicked the button. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? Treat him with every kindness. He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out to a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget it, and nor will Maelstrom Command. I'm so sorry, Gabu, I truly am. You should never have been made to. And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. When it hurts so much you feel your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them, and never, ever forget. Come along, little one. Gabu. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time he will recover. And to those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. At least is what I assumed he said. A 1,000 times over, there will be a reckoning. Oh, the crunching of my water bottle was so loud. Return to the Waking Sands. I still have some of these left, so I might as well be using them. Okay, I guess not. Sprint then. Zooming. Urianger, are you working with the people who are our explicit enemies? You've heard the glad tidings from Ogomero, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa Laminza may rest easy. I should think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friends to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. And let's speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garon oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Through their copious use of allegory, defieth any single interpretation. Ugh, I hate speaking, like reading Urianger out loud. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. His words. Like, the game is already difficult, and he takes it up to a 12 with how he speaks. The oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one which world parallel our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded, and 10 of 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as Lady Menphilia spake unto 3. Urianger. 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 As for what becometh of these reflections when the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow unto endless sea there to ensure as one and none. Then, if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in the world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of renunciation of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if it is the first were to fall to the transcendent light in the manner of the Warriors of Darkness described, it would give way into a void, where none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, than in life. For in death there is life, the essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If it is true, then gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It would seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamigan parties. Alamigans? Strange. Would you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I would know beyond a shadow of a doubt. At least, you wonder their motive? They're summoning Ralger. Belonging to a group devoted to the cause of liberation, it may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be Elin Roel's network of spies. And yet, it's not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, you can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Asians, assuming they know, or they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group who received the crystals without delay. You come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Link Pearl? Are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation they were an employee of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Can you have them? And the crystals too. What few remained, regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Alamigo, we were told, where it will be received by members of the local resistance group. Since Sir Ameryk's men have no longer need of my services, I have in mind to head that way. As do we. By happy coincidence, we learned of the shipment but a few moments ago. Ha! There I was thinking I'd finally might be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and her little helpers. Ah, but wait a moment. There's more, and I defy you not be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly an employee of Elaine Roel, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear to inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. And as I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning on to contact Kishtola next. If there's someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. What happened? Alisail, what's wrong? What in the world has gotten into you? It's twice now we've sought Urianger's aid, and twice now she's treated him as if he was a stranger. The Archon was once grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Liviera estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day of my a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter later, though, as Little Alamigo awaits. Oh, the slime model takes longer to get into. Alright, I'll do the slime model in a moment here. There we go. Morbin time. I can't believe it. Dead. Let me do that so that it doesn't come on accidentally and I can actually have time to reformat it. VTube Studio. Oh. Come on, how do I reset it? I always forget how to reset the... There we go. That should be better. And... woo! It's slime time. No, it's not hard. It just is a bit... it takes a little bit longer than switching between my 3D models. Because I have to switch to a whole different program. That doesn't... Oh, that's a level. That's a lev. I don't care about the levs. Oh, forgive me. It's been a long day. Do you have something to say? Urianger? Oh, I always struggle to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, if anything should happen, it should be me who... just know I'm prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. So to review, reliably informed of the members operating here have taken receipt to several large shipments of crystals. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe anyone could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. Challenge, of course, would be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share information with outsiders. Great. I don't feel too bad about skimming over parts of this at times because it's not necessarily the event is plot important, but the specific dialogue is not plot important. At least as far as I can tell. Come to join the fight, have you? Inspired more than a few old dons to pledge themselves to the cause. That is not what I was looking for, my friend. Tailbot, how are you? Griffin and his lot. Seems like they're the talk of little Alamigo these days. Wondering what he's about. What he's got in store for the Garleans. Some say he's hardly got a face. And we're looking for a masked guy. There you are. Resistance, damned if I know. Stir these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you, but I'm too old for the mask's bedtime stories. So it's sounding like we've got a guy on who's here. Up. My model is not doing the mouth thing. It's not animating its mouth when I talk. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. Griffin seems to be the leader of the newly formed faction within the Resistance. The Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they're the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent history. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamigo liberation is unrivaled. Revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. We yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak to the settlement's leader to confirm suspicions. Given that you and Gundabald have already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you take the lead. Alright. I can't believe I ever have to talk to this man again. Disgusting. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. A Griffin, I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there were suspicions at first given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander, and are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. I have not forgotten Wilrid. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you are not. Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go see him with your own eyes, and weigh his words with your own heart. It's but a pure pity Thinker is not here to join us. I'll stay behind and wait for him. All right. Great. Whee! Where am I going? My mount can fly higher. Alphino. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Do I have to do a dungeon? I don't know if I have time to do a dungeon. No. Okay. Hopefully not, at least.
and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know...
Do I know who he is?
Every one of you feels the same.
I haven't actually been thinking about it. I mean, is he a warrior of darkness? Looks like it. He's wearing the same armor.
We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath.
He doesn't have the beard, though.
Building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountain. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country. Or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home.
Oh, god damn it. Oh no, I hate him. I hate him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna murder him. I forgot his name, but he sucks. And he's awful.
The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our
I completely forgot about him.
The Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight.
I haven't had to think of him all of Heaven's Word.
They have enslaved us, and they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Oh, hey. Hello.
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Yeah. What's up, guys? You need your outfit.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
You need your new outfits.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Yeah, like they've kind of been foreshadowing the fact that they're gonna come back. Like, I thought it would have been like they come and save us, like with Thancred. No, it's just like they're just here. It's that's kind of funny. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you, I thought it pretty obvious you and Artemis would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of these scions, divided as they were and distributed by the better part of Eorzea. Ooh, I have bad news, guys. Guys, I have bad news. Forgive me. What exactly have you two been doing all this time? repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, at a great risk to themselves. Obviously, we can't let that go unacknowledged. When we learned that the Scion's exoneration, that Lolirito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that the General Raubon had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. He's the oldest Scion by a significant margin. He's like 40-ish, really. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to the courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought that this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the signs of the Seventh Dawn. Gee, I wonder why. Curious, it's well known that we're no friends of Garlemald. One would think that a man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I should say the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, a talented rubble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if you were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As we have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. Hard to make all of it. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. You're one to talk. What? It's not as if I'm making you wear one. Mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the... Well, to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. Now you've heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Lore. Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. Resistance would never entertain such a ridiculous plan, but the Griffin... The man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or wouldn't do. What I can say, however, is the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to such a power, capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many claims of late. I confess, I had assumed it to be mere bluster. The context of shipments of which he spoke, it is not impossible they're alluded to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together. Assuming you'll have us? Of course. You're the last step to rebuilding the Scions, I believe? Unless I'm forgetting someone. I don't think I am. As you suspect, Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal. We must needs obtain confirmation while it is time to act. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, it would not be surprised if you're given one of Griffin's closest associates. And while he may not be awake or aware of the most sensitive details, he probably tell us what the mask's plan is in broad strokes. Like the man whom he imprisons. Not imprisons. Impersonates. Yeah, but Minfilia is not doing so great right now. The last recoverable portion of of the Scions, at least for now. However, he's wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alphino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. He and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurance still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we maintain the charade until we give him the cornered at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Tailbot. Have you any, have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? No. Wah, wah, wah. I need to sell my pieces of money eventually. I have a lot of money. Or at least I think it's a lot, I hope. Tailbot. That's not how you say his name. Money? Ah, yes. I'm so inconspicuous with my armor. They could never tell. They would never be able to tell. Is it legs? Yeah. I can see very well. Bum 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 boom. Bum 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 boom. Alphino, where are you? Well, look at us, a pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. Now we play the waiting game. I don't think I'm very inconspicuous here.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Alphino, you're revealing your cards a bit early.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
So you're summoning a primal.
You've got to be joking. Have you
gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Emulger?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the Beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god.
Ruh-roh.
Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
No, I wonder. There's no way for you to be able to tell. Totally not the big axe on my back.
I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave woman can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
The thing is, they're going for Alamigo.
I just...
Alamigo does need to be saved at some point.
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
I mean, still, there are people that have, that have been killed by the Garleans, as far as I can tell. Forgive me, it matters. Forgive me, you cannot be expected to recall every name and face, besides, it's not as if it matters. I've long admired how you live in the present, how you focus at problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let's keep moving forward. We must find and secure those crystals. There's no time for looking back. Well, time to put my good stuff back on. There we go. It's actually getting late for me, so I think I'm gonna end stream here before we go and fight Ifrit again. But yeah. Yeah, good night. So Where's the sanctuary? It would just be over here in Little Alamigo. There it is. Exit game. Let's see. I don't know if anyone is streaming for me to raid. Maybe Jidio's still going? Yes. I'll raid Jidio in that case. So yeah, I hope you either had or having will have a great day. I'm gonna be streaming Resident Evil 8 DLC tomorrow. Join my Discord here, and you can find all my links here. Yeah. Gonna send you off to Jidio now. Playing Potionomics. I don't know how to say the name of the game, but it's a pretty popular game I've seen on Twitter a lot. So yeah, bye.